Delighted to say we're here with the machine, the world number 5, James Wade, at the Unicorn launch. Pleasure to be with you, James. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here. Enjoying myself at the moment, and that's for any darts.
Glad to hear it. And I was looking this morning for when you signed with Unicorn. I've got down here 2004, so it's more than 20 years ago. Yeah. And you've said before, you know, they've been with you through thick and thin. Yeah. How important have Unicorn been for you in your career?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been probably the only thing that's been there from the start and still there now. It's good to have a base. It's good to have stability with your dart side of things. You know, I've never changed it very much, but you know, hopefully in the near future we'll do some changes and we'll do some new things. But yeah, it's always been a good product to me. It's a saying, don't fix what isn't broke.
And I remember that the last time we had you on our podcast, you were with my co-host Bert, and you were supporting the Support Your Local campaign that Unicorn were doing, and you said, you know, there's not many things in darts that last a long time, but if they do, they must be a good thing. So this partnership, you must be happy with it.
I mean, if it isn't right, you get rid of it, don't you? But if it is right, you hold it close, because in anything you do for 20 years, as you know, you change, companies change, people change, and it's always been adaptive, and it's always been a positive for me. And like I say, it's the only thing that's still from the beginning, apart from me, that's still there. I mean, management's changed, partners have changed. I've changed cars, I've changed everything apart from Unicorn and me. We're the only two existing original features, so that's good, right? And still thereabouts. It works, doesn't it? So
definitely. Well, Unicorn, they're still one of the big names in darts, but you go back to 2004 when you signed, they were the name in darts. Yeah. What do you remember about the time and being approached by Unicorn?
I don't think I was approached by Unicorn. I think I had to beg to get into Unicorn. I had to pay them to be part of their team. No, I mean, it is a lot different back then. Obviously, you had Peter Manley, Kevin Painter, John Part, you know, there was Terry Jenkins, there was Adrian Lewis. There was a lot of different players back then, and Phil Taylor, you know, and it was I would say probably back then it was more family orientated, if you know what I mean. But now it's become a more they're moving their business model, you know, and they're making it more modern. They're becoming more sleek, and we've had massive adjustments. You know, Edwin and Richard used to have like hold of everything, and they used to be like the drive behind it all. I think I've just found out Richard's retired, but I mean, Edward's still very much there, but they've let new young people come in, and you know, same with everything. You've got to evolve, and I believe they're making an effort to do that now. And it is changing. You can just feel it's changed. But what we're really, really lucky, we've got Jack, which is just massive help for the players. Like, he's the link between the business and the players, and you know, without him, I don't think it would be as good for the players as it is. I think now, the communication, but even though I say it's not as family orientated as much, I think now there is. I would say I get as much communication now as I did when I first started. So, you know, as much as they've changed, it's genuinely as good for me. It's really good.
It's good to hear. Well, let's get on to your 2025. You had 2 TV finals, the UK Open, the World Matchplay, both times being stopped by Luke Littler. How would you reflect on the year so far?
I've had a brilliant 12 months, you know. I think every TV tournament I've been in quarters or further, apart from World Series that I've just played in, but I wasn't even at the races there. I think money-wise, ranking-wise, I'm been the second best performing player in this year so far. I'm doing well. I've not played particularly well, but I'm doing well. I'm getting the right results. I'm grinding out results, and I'm, you know, one of the finals against Luke, I was rubbish. It was a long, long day for me. And the second one, you know, costly double 10 at 14-all. Massive double. But, you know, it's like relearning again, you know. I'm having another go at it. I'm not sure how many more other goes I've got at it. How many years are left? Maybe 5. Don't think 10. But who knows, you know. I'm old, I'm annoying, and I keep myself perhaps not relevant as a person, but relevant as a player. They can't dismiss me when I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm, like I say, top 5 of the world. If I'd have pulled my finger out in the last couple of tournaments, I'd be top 4. But you know, it is what it is. I'm doing all right.
Well, the World Matchplay, you've had 20 goes at that in the last 20 years, 20 consecutive years you've played in the World Matchplay. I know
I've been in a load of finals and semis, I know that.
it's a tournament that you're very fond of. I mean, what does it mean to you to have played in that tournament for 20 consecutive years?
I guess it's an achievement. Some players never make it there once, so to be in it for 20 years in a row, I think that I don't think people realise how much I've done in the game. Perhaps I'm not broadcast as much as I could have been. I definitely haven't been, but I've been lucky to be part of it for so long, and I've earned it as well. I've worked hard at it most of the time. I've had some good years and I've had some terrible years, but I think that's really is a sign of what I'm about, making that TV tournament 20 years. From my first one lost in the final to my last one I lost in the final. So to be able to do that 20 years later from when I started, I don't think I can only think of maybe one or two players that have had consistency like that. So that's really nice. It's really nice for me, and when I'm feeling negative and a little bit down, it's a little bit of reassurance I can look back on, because I do look. I'm my own biggest critic. So sometimes I need to find things to reassure me.
Well, longevity is a word that often gets associated with James Wade. I won't ask you what the secret is, because you've probably been asked that loads of times, but what's the sort of main differences from when you first got onto the PDC to now? Obviously, there's more money, more tournaments. Is there anything else that you've noticed that's changed over the years?
Yeah, I don't think the characters are vibrant as they used to be, if that's the right word. I don't think there's many characters in the game. You got to remember when I started, or mid career for me, you had Phil Taylor, Adrian Lewis, Wayne Mardle. There was loads of them. They were individual characters. For me, it doesn't feel like it's like that anymore. They feel much of a muchness, and they're very robotic, and they're very, very good with their interviews. They're very new. And it's changed a lot. And I think the game's poorer in some ways because of that. But it's also the way the world is. The world's very sleek and uniformed, isn't it? Is that the right way to describe it? Sleek and uniformed?
Yeah. Well, it might be sleek and uniformed, but you are right at the top of the rankings again. You are world number 5, and the conversation about the Premier League, the World Series, we've got to ask you, you didn't play the World Series, you went on holiday to Disneyland. How was it?
Well, it wasn't as simple as that, I was invited. I think I was about 12th reserve, because I think everyone else was invited, and everyone said no. So I was invited, and it wasn't that I didn't want to do it, I'll be honest with you, but I think it was like 4 weeks before my family holiday. And I am what I am, and my family holiday was way more important than an invitational event. As much as I would love to have gone, I have to put my children at a month's notice. If it had been a couple of months, 100% I would have taken it. But I'm not letting my kids down at the last minute. And holidays aren't cheap to cancel, are they? So but my main reason for that was solely because I can't tell a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old we're not going on holiday because Daddy's going to work. That's not how it works. It'd take a lot of money for me to do that. And the Premier League, do I believe I should have been in it last year? No. Do I believe I did more than other people that were in it? Yes. But it's a business and it's commercial, and it's not me that decides who's in it. It's the people that run the business, and they feel it was best commercially for some other players to be in it, some not to be. That's their choice. It's their business. It's their baby. It's what they run, and that's why I'm not a businessman. I'm a dart player. I find it hard that they didn't invite Johnny Clayton, because he should have been in it, in my opinion. But there you go.
And the last one, with every great dart player, it's the walk-on. And we're loving your current walk-on. I'm Still Standing. You've had a few walk-ons over the years. Dizzy Rascal, Fat Man Scoop. You've had, I think, 2 tribes as well. What's your favourite walk-on over the years?
The funny thing is, not one of them have I picked.
All right, okay.
Not one of them have I picked. So, it's all right, isn't it? It's not what I'd pick, but it is what it is. Like I say, not one of them picked. I've never picked a nickname. I've had about 10 of them. Yeah. I've never picked a song. I've had loads of them. So maybe next time, if I'm still around, I'll pick my own one.
What's the exclusive? What would be the walk-on?
Oh, I don't know, because I've got terrible taste in music. I love 80s and 90s music.
Same here.
I'd probably pick a song that would send everyone to sleep. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what it would be. What would I pick? There's so many great songs, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like bad music, like Eurythmics, Stereophonics, stuff like that. All that sort of stuff. And stuff into the 90s, you know. I even like E17. Do you know what I mean? That's pretty bad. I don't think that would come out very well walking on.
Well, hopefully you'll still be around to have that next walk-on. James, pleasure to chat with you, and we wish you all the best for the rest of 2025.
Pleasure. Thank you very much. Very nice interview as well. Nice questions. Thank you.
Thank you, mate.